everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here on This Week in Iowa. I'm Sabrina Ahmed, and we are starting our show with Republican State Representative Ashley Hinson, who's just announced a run for Congress in the 1st District. Representative Hinson, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, Sabrina.
So, to get started, give us your 1-minute elevator speech. Why do you want to run for Congress and go up against Abby Finkenauer, who she's a freshman congresswoman?
She is, and you know, I looked at the landscape, obviously, when I was considering a run for Congress. I've been a state representative for, I'm now in my 2nd term. I looked at what I've been able to do here in Iowa and what's happening on the national scale, and I am frankly a little bit concerned about the national scale. I think in Iowa we have a knack for getting along and getting a lot of really good things done for Iowans, and I see that as not happening. I'm concerned there's a lot of chaos. There's quite frankly a lot of dysfunction happening in Washington, and so I want to go and change that, and that's why I've decided to step up and run. I think I bring a lot to the table from not only my experience as a legislator but my experience as a journalist before. Had a lot of challenging stories that I covered, learned a lot about a lot of things. I think that's the great thing about being a journalist. You get to kind of dive in and do quick studies on a lot of different things, much like being a legislator. So I think that I will bring a lot to the table to represent Iowans in D.C.
What specifically would you say Abby Finkenauer is not doing that you believe you would do?
I think that, you know, when you look at the policies that are being proposed in D.C., she hasn't come out and differentiated herself as being different from that pack. I think that's something that, you know, when I look at what's happening in D.C., I think that's part of the issue is we need more people who are going to be able to stand up and say, you know what, I don't disagree with this, I'm not going along with this, and here's why. And I think that's what's wrong with politics right now in general, is this problem with this rhetoric that exists, and it's a culture of dysfunction and you know, the vitriol that exists right now. I think that the existing status quo is feeding into that problem.
What would you specifically, policy-wise, want to do that's not being done?
I think, you know, for me, the immigration issue it's a really important issue. I think in the past 2 weeks since I announced my campaign, I've spent that time, you know, going and visiting with business owners and with constituents in the 1st Congressional District. And I think the biggest thing I'm hearing from people is Iowa has a workforce issue. We need immigrants to be able to help us fill that workforce issue, and we need an immigration policy that works. I just saw some video of a huge stream of immigrants crossing the border illegally just within the past week, and I think there is a real problem at the border, and we need to acknowledge that. We need to have a policy that works and brings the right people into our country, but also set some clear parameters for what's happening with those coming in illegally, too.
So what was your reaction to President Trump announcing a 5% tariff on all goods coming in from Mexico to stop the issue with immigrants flooding into the country? Do you think that once again putting tariffs on things that will fall on the backs of Iowans is the answer?
I don't. I think, you know, tough rhetoric can be helpful from time to time, and I think that we've seen some progress made on trade because of that. I think there is a point when you can be reactionary versus playing the long game, and so I'm not sure if that's the answer in this case. I do think that, you know, we do need to have good trade relations with Mexico and obviously with Canada. We're working on solidifying that agreement, and I think that is the right step. Obviously, you know, Iowa's sensitive to trade issues, and we're currently working out the challenges as a country with China as well. So I think trade relations overall, we need to, you know, really prioritize that, because that's our bottom line economy, that's jobs, and that's ultimately Iowans, helping Iowans and being successful.
Talk to me about fundraising, because obviously there will have to be a lot of money that's put into this race in order for you to be successful. How is that going, and how do you feel in a place that is currently a blue district?
Yeah, it's I would call it a swing district, but I think that, you know, fundraising for me is going well. I look at that as the best opportunity to connect with people and hear what's on their mind. As I'm calling people, and like I said, I've spent the last 2 weeks going around the district meeting with people, trying to make sure I have that support that I need here in Iowa, and I believe I have that, and I think my report this quarter, once we get to the end of the quarter, will show that. But, you know, ultimately, that's the best way to have a conversation with people who are connected to get their perspective on what's important right now.
Can you give me an example of one piece of legislation that you passed or that you helped to pass in the state legislature that will then transfer to something that you'd like to focus on a federal level?
I think it comes down to accountability. I just had a bill that I proposed signed into law, actually sets a 30-day reporting requirement for school administrations to actually hold bad actors accountable. Current law, before this bill was signed just a few weeks ago, there was no reporting deadline for those who had had an inappropriate relationship with a student, maybe misused school property, falsified grades, or came to work drunk or high. And so what you had in essence were people who were able to skirt the system and maybe jump from district to district. And so my bill, it just found a loophole in law and solved the problem. And that's how I approach legislation and how I plan to work for Iowans in Congress.
Representative Ashley Hinson, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Sabrina.
We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.